Let's start by defining what intuition really is. At its core, intuition is that inner knowing or gut feeling we experience when we're faced with a decision, a situation, or even just a moment in life. It's the ability to understand something instinctively, without the need for conscious reasoning. Think of it as an inner compass. It's not something that's always logical or explainable, but it's a deep sense of knowing that comes from within. Intuition doesn't rely on facts or analysis. Instead, it taps into your subconscious mind, which is constantly processing information from past experiences, patterns, and even energy around you. You've probably had moments when something just felt right, or perhaps you had an immediate sense that something was off, even before you had all the details. That's intuition at work. It's your inner wisdom guiding you, often quietly, but powerfully, leading you to decisions and insights that are in alignment with your true self. So, intuition is not just a mystical or vague concept, it's a natural, accessible part of who we are, available to everyone, and it can be a valuable guide in our lives. Now that we know what intuition is, it's important to understand how it differs from rational thinking. While both intuition and rational thinking play important roles in decision-making, they work in very different ways. Rational thinking is logical, methodical, and based on facts and data. It's the process we use when we weigh options, analyze details, and make decisions based on reasoning. For example, when you're choosing between two job offers, you might make a pros and cons list or review salary details. That's rational thinking at work. Intuition, on the other hand, doesn't rely on facts or logic. It's more of a feeling, a gut instinct that comes from your subconscious mind. You might have a sudden sense that one job offer is the right fit, even if you don't have all the concrete reasons to back it up. Intuition often speaks in whispers or subtle nudges, while rational thinking tends to be louder, clearer, and more structured. The key difference is this: rational thinking is grounded in what we know and can logically process, while intuition taps into our subconscious, often drawing from experiences, patterns, or even energies we aren't consciously aware of. Both intuition and rational thinking have their place, but when you're able to strike a balance between the two, that's when you can make decisions that truly align with who you are and where you want to go. Now let's take a closer look at how intuition actually manifests in our lives. While intuition can be subtle, it often shows up in a variety of ways, and recognizing these signs is key to learning how to trust it. One common way intuition manifests is through gut feelings or instincts. You know that feeling in your stomach when something doesn't feel quite right? That's your intuition signaling you to pay attention. It might be a sense of discomfort when meeting someone new, even if they seem friendly on the surface, or a feeling of peace when you're in a situation that feels aligned with your values. These feelings are your intuition guiding you. Another way intuition can show up is through sudden insights or aha moments. You might be working on a problem, and out of nowhere, a solution pops into your mind. It's not something you've consciously thought about, but it just feels right. These spontaneous ideas often come from our deeper wisdom or subconscious processing of information. Intuition also often manifests through dreams or symbols. Sometimes, your intuition communicates with you through your dreams, offering answers or insights that you may not have been able to access while awake. Paying attention to recurring symbols, feelings, or people that show up in your dreams can help you tap into deeper intuitive messages. Finally, intuition can be felt physically. For example, you might get a sudden wave of calm or warmth when making a decision, or on the flip side, you might experience tightness or tension in your body when something feels off. These physical sensations are your body's way of communicating with you, often reflecting your intuitive responses. So whether it's a gut feeling, a sudden insight, a dream, or a physical sensation, intuition speaks to us in different forms. The key is learning to recognize these signs and trust that they're guiding you in the right direction. Let's dive into the science behind intuition and explore how it actually works in our brains. Intuition isn't some mystical or abstract concept, it's rooted in the way our brains process information. Our brains are constantly taking in massive amounts of data, much of it without us even realizing. Every experience, every interaction, and every decision we've made in the past leaves a mark in our subconscious mind. This vast storehouse of information is what helps us make quick decisions without having to consciously analyze every detail. When we face a situation or decision, our brain's subconscious processes can quickly draw on this past information, making connections and patterns that we may not even be consciously aware of. This rapid processing allows us to form gut feelings or intuitive insights in the blink of an eye. The part of our brain involved in this is the subconscious mind, which is much faster at processing information than our conscious mind. It uses neural networks, which are pathways that form based on past experiences, to make quick judgments or decisions. In fact, studies have shown that our intuition is often based on the brain's ability to recognize patterns and draw conclusions from experience, even if we don't have all the conscious details in front of us. So, while it may seem like intuition is something mysterious, it's actually a product of our brain working in the background, processing information and guiding us based on what we've learned over time. It's a powerful tool that has evolved to help us make decisions quickly and effectively. Now that we understand a bit about how intuition works in the brain, let's explore the fascinating connection between intuition and the body's response to certain situations. Our bodies are deeply connected to our subconscious mind, and they often act as a barometer for our intuitive feelings. This is why, when you experience a gut feeling or a sudden sense of knowing, your body can react physically. For example, when you're in a situation that feels off or unsafe, you might feel your heart rate increase, your palms sweat, or a knot form in your stomach. These physical sensations are not just random, they're your body's intuitive response to a perceived threat or a situation that requires your attention. The connection between intuition and the body can be traced back to the fight or flight response, which is an automatic physiological reaction to a potential threat. When your body senses danger, your brain instantly activates this response, preparing you to react quickly. This is where intuition and physical sensations often intersect. Your body's heightened sensitivity to situations can alert you to something that may not be immediately obvious to your conscious mind. Similarly, when something feels right, maybe you're making a decision or meeting someone new, you might feel a sense of calm, warmth, or expansion in your body. These positive physical sensations signal that your subconscious is in alignment with the situation at hand, reinforcing the intuitive message you're receiving. So, whether it's the tension you feel when something is wrong, or the sense of ease when things are right, your body is playing a crucial role in helping you tune into your intuition. By listening to these subtle physical signals, you can better understand and trust the intuitive guidance your body is providing. Just like any other skill, intuition can be developed and strengthened over time with consistent practice and awareness. While we all have intuitive abilities, many of us don't tap into them as fully as we could. The good news is that, with patience and mindfulness, you can learn to enhance and trust your intuition more deeply. The first step in developing intuition is simply paying attention. When you start to notice the subtle signs your body and mind are giving you, whether it's a gut feeling, a physical sensation, or an emotional response, you become more attuned to your inner wisdom. The more you recognize and honor these cues, the stronger your connection to your intuition becomes. Another important aspect is being present in the moment. Intuition thrives when we're not distracted or overwhelmed by external noise. By practicing mindfulness or meditation, you can quiet the chatter of the mind and create space for your intuitive insights to come through more clearly. Additionally, trusting the process is key. It's easy to doubt yourself when you don't have logical evidence or reasoning to back up your intuitive hits. But the more you act on those feelings, even in small ways, the more you'll build trust in your intuition. With time, you'll start to see the results, whether it's making better decisions or simply feeling more aligned with your true path. As you continue to practice listening to and trusting your intuition, you'll notice that it becomes sharper, more accurate, and more reliable. So, just like building any muscle, the more you work with your intuition, the stronger and more powerful it will become. One of the most important steps in learning to hear your intuition is quieting the mind. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with distractions, from our phones, emails, and social media to the demands of work and daily life. This constant noise can make it difficult to hear the subtle whispers of intuition. To tap into your inner wisdom, you need to create space for it to come through. The first step is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being present in the moment, free from judgment or distraction. By focusing on the here and now, you can create a calm mental environment where your intuition can surface. One powerful way to quiet the mind is through meditation. Regular meditation allows you to clear away the clutter and tune into your inner state. It's not about stopping your thoughts completely, but rather observing them without attachment. This process helps you detach from the constant mental chatter and creates the silence necessary for intuition to emerge. Another technique is deep breathing. When you take slow, intentional breaths, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps to calm your body and mind. This can create the stillness needed to feel your intuitive nudges, as you begin to center your awareness on the present moment. As you quiet your mind, you'll notice that your intuitive thoughts become more noticeable, more clear, and easier to distinguish from the noise of everyday life. The more you practice quieting your mind, the more you'll be able to hear your intuition speak to you with greater clarity and confidence. Another powerful way to hear your intuition is by tuning in to your physical sensations. Our bodies are constantly communicating with us, and often, intuition manifests through subtle shifts in how we feel physically. These sensations can be a clear signal that your intuition is at work. For example, you might feel a sudden tightening in your chest when something doesn't feel right, or a warmth and openness when you're on the right path. These physical cues are often your body's way of processing information and guiding you toward the best decision. To start listening to these sensations, begin by checking in with your body regularly. Close your eyes for a moment, take a few deep breaths, and ask yourself how you're feeling physically. Do you notice any tension, discomfort, or unease? Or perhaps a sense of calm, lightness, or even excitement? These are all intuitive signals that are worth paying attention to. Sometimes, intuition shows up in the form of a gut feeling, that instant sense of knowing that something is either right or wrong. This can feel like a knot in your stomach, a flutter of excitement, or even a sense of relief when you make a decision that feels aligned with your inner truth. By acknowledging and trusting these sensations, you're strengthening your connection to your intuition. Remember, your body is an incredibly wise instrument, and by listening closely to these physical sensations, you can gain deeper insight into the intuitive messages it's sending you. Over time, this practice can help you develop a more intuitive, body-centered approach to decision-making in life. One of the most powerful ways to hear and trust your intuition is by paying attention to your first instincts. Intuition often speaks to us quickly, in the form of an immediate thought or feeling, before our logical mind has time to analyze or second-guess it. This first, gut reaction is often the most accurate and aligned with your inner wisdom. When you face a decision or a situation, notice the initial feeling or thought that arises before you start overthinking. Maybe it's a sense of comfort, a feeling of hesitation, or even a subtle pull toward a particular choice. That's your intuition speaking, clear, unfiltered, and direct. The challenge, however, is that our minds often try to override these initial instincts with rational thought, fear, or doubt. We start to question ourselves, thinking we need more evidence, more time, or more information. But this is where it's essential to trust those first instincts. They're often based on your subconscious mind processing past experiences and knowledge, even before you realize it. To practice this, when you're faced with a decision, try to pause for a moment and notice your gut feeling or your first thought. Don't rush into analysis or let your doubts take over. Trust that initial response and let it guide you. Over time, as you build trust in your intuition, you'll find that your first instincts become more reliable, and you'll feel more confident in following them. The more you trust your first instincts, the stronger your connection to your intuition will become, and the clearer the guidance will be in all areas of your life. While intuition can be a powerful tool, one of the biggest obstacles many people face is overcoming doubt and fear. These emotions can create significant barriers to fully trusting and acting on your intuitive guidance. It's important to recognize and understand these common barriers so you can work through them. One of the most common barriers is self-doubt. Often, when we receive an intuitive nudge, our immediate response is to question it. We might ask ourselves, "Am I just making this up?" or "What if I'm wrong?" This self-doubt can cause us to second-guess our feelings and ignore the inner wisdom we're receiving. The key to overcoming self-doubt is to start small. Trust your intuition in low-stakes situations first, and gradually build your confidence. As you experience positive results, you'll learn to trust yourself more. Another major barrier is fear of making mistakes. We often let fear of failure or the consequences of being wrong hold us back from acting on our intuition. Our logical mind may tell us to play it safe, to wait for more evidence, or to avoid taking risks. But intuition often requires us to step outside our comfort zone and trust in the unknown. Remember, mistakes are a natural part of the learning process, and even if things don't go as planned, you'll still gain valuable insights from the experience. Fear of judgment from others can also prevent us from listening to our intuition. We may worry about what others will think if we make a decision that doesn't seem rational or logical. This fear can be paralyzing, causing us to ignore our own inner guidance in favor of seeking external validation. To overcome this fear, it's important to cultivate self-acceptance and trust that your intuition is your personal guide, and that you're the only one who truly understands what's best for you. Lastly, conditioning and past experiences can also create barriers. If you've had past experiences where trusting your intuition didn't lead to a favorable outcome, you might be hesitant to listen to it again. It's important to separate past experiences from the present moment and recognize that each situation is unique. Releasing past judgments and giving yourself permission to trust your intuition once more is a key step in overcoming this barrier. By acknowledging these barriers and consciously working through them, you can start to trust your intuition more fully, allowing it to guide you toward clarity, confidence, and the life you truly desire. Overcoming doubt is one of the most crucial steps in learning to trust your intuition. Doubt has a way of creeping in, especially when we're faced with important decisions or uncertain situations. It can make us question our inner wisdom, and often, it leads us to second-guess ourselves, paralyzing us from taking action. But the good news is, doubt can be overcome with practice and self-awareness. One of the first steps in overcoming doubt is acknowledging it. Instead of pushing your doubts away or pretending they don't exist, take a moment to acknowledge them. Ask yourself, why do I feel doubtful right now? What am I afraid of? By identifying the root cause of the doubt, you can start to address it head-on. Next, remind yourself of past experiences where your intuition has guided you successfully. Reflect on moments when following your gut led to positive outcomes, even if they were small. Recalling these successes can help build your confidence and reinforce the trust you have in your intuition. You might even want to keep a journal where you write down instances where your intuition was right. This can act as a reminder of your intuitive abilities when doubt tries to creep in. Another way to overcome doubt is by starting small. Trusting your intuition doesn't have to involve big, life-changing decisions right away. Begin by making smaller, low-risk decisions based on your intuition. For example, trust your gut when choosing what to eat, what to wear, or even how to respond to a situation. As you experience the results of these small decisions, you'll gain more confidence in your ability to trust your inner guidance. It's also important to practice self-compassion during moments of doubt. Instead of being critical of yourself or feeling bad for doubting, treat yourself with kindness. Understand that everyone experiences doubt, and it's a natural part of the human experience. Be gentle with yourself as you learn to trust your intuition more and more. The more compassion you show yourself, the less power doubt will have over you. Finally, take action. Doubt often paralyzes us because we overanalyze and get caught in a cycle of overthinking. The best way to break free from this is by taking a step forward, even if it's just a small one. Act on your intuitive hunch, and trust that you can course-correct if needed. Action builds confidence, and the more you act on your intuition, the more you'll find that doubt begins to fade away. By recognizing and addressing your doubts, recalling past successes, starting small, practicing self-compassion, and taking action, you can quiet the voice of doubt and self-confidence is a crucial element in overcoming doubt and fear, especially when it comes to trusting your intuition. When we lack confidence in ourselves, it's easy to second-guess our intuitive feelings and dismiss them in favor of external opinions or logical reasoning. But building and nurturing self-confidence can significantly enhance your ability to trust your inner guidance. At the core, self-confidence is about believing in your own abilities and trusting that you are capable of making decisions that align with your best interests. When you have confidence in yourself, you're more likely to act on your intuition, even if it goes against conventional wisdom or the advice of others. Self-confidence helps you feel secure in your own judgment, knowing that you can handle whatever outcome may arise. One of the first steps in building self-confidence is recognizing your strengths. Take a moment to reflect on the challenges you've overcome and the successes you've achieved in the past. Recognize that you've made decisions in the past that were aligned with your intuition and that you've learned valuable lessons along the way. This acknowledgement can help reinforce your belief in your ability to make wise choices moving forward. Another powerful practice for boosting self-confidence is positive self-talk. The language we use with ourselves has a profound impact on our confidence levels. If you find yourself doubting your ability to trust your intuition, counter those negative thoughts with affirmations like, "I trust myself, I make wise decisions," or "I am guided by my intuition." Over time, these positive affirmations will help rewire your mindset and increase your confidence in your own abilities. It's also important to embrace failure as part of the journey. No one is perfect, and not every decision will lead to the desired outcome. However, each experience, whether it's a success or a setback, is an opportunity for growth. When you face challenges with confidence, you're more likely to learn from them rather than be discouraged. Remember, every time you trust your intuition and take action, you build resilience and confidence in yourself. Finally, surround yourself with supportive people who encourage you to trust yourself. Positive reinforcement from others can help boost your self-esteem and provide you with the reassurance you need to make decisions confidently. Whether it's friends, mentors, or family, having a support network that believes in your intuition can empower you to follow your own guidance with strength and assurance. By recognizing your strengths, practicing positive self-talk, embracing failure, and surrounding yourself with support, you can cultivate the self-confidence necessary to overcome doubt and fear. The more confident you are in yourself, the easier it becomes to trust your intuition and navigate life with clarity and trust in your own abilities. One of the most effective ways to build trust in your intuition is to start small. Often, when we think about intuition, we imagine big, life-altering decisions that require deep insight or guidance. But the truth is, intuition doesn't always have to be about grand moments. By beginning with small, everyday decisions, you can gradually strengthen your connection to your inner wisdom, and over time, your confidence in it will grow. Start by practicing listening to your intuition in simple, low-risk situations. For example, trust your gut when deciding what to wear in the morning, choosing where to eat, or picking a book to read. These are decisions that don't carry heavy consequences, so you can experiment without fear of making a mistake. By acting on your hunches in these small ways, you'll start to notice how often your intuition aligns with the outcome. Another way to start small is by paying attention to your physical sensations in everyday situations. Notice how your body reacts when you face a decision. Does your heart race or your stomach tighten? Those physical signals are often clues from your intuition. The more you tune into these sensations in daily scenarios, the more familiar and trustworthy your intuitive responses will become. In addition, when you make these small decisions based on intuition, take note of the results. Reflect on how things turned out after following your gut. Did it feel right? Did you learn something new? This reflection is key, as it reinforces the connection between your intuition and positive outcomes. Even if the result isn't exactly what you expected, you'll gain valuable insights that will deepen your understanding of how your intuition works. Starting small allows you to build confidence and reduces the pressure of making perfect decisions. The goal isn't to get everything right but to strengthen your ability to listen to and trust your inner voice. As you continue to make intuitive decisions in smaller areas of your life, you'll notice that your ability to trust your intuition in larger, more impactful situations will naturally expand. Remember, the key to trusting your intuition is practice. By starting small, you allow your intuition to become a more reliable guide, helping you build a deeper connection to your inner wisdom, and ultimately, your true self. Hello, and welcome to today's video. If you've ever found yourself in a situation where you weren't sure which path to take or what decision to make, you've probably experienced that little voice inside you trying to guide you. That's your intuition. But how do you know when it's your intuition speaking, and how can you trust it? In this video, we're going to explore the concept of intuition, how to listen to it, and most importantly, how to trust it. Intuition is an incredibly powerful tool that can help you make better decisions, live more authentically, and even guide you towards your true purpose in life. I've personally experienced moments where listening to my intuition led to life-changing insights, and today, I want to share with you how you can tap into that inner wisdom as well. By the end of this video, you'll understand how intuition works, how to develop a deeper connection with it, and how to trust it to guide you in your daily life. So, if you're ready to unlock the power of your inner voice, keep watching. One of the most powerful ways to build trust in your intuition is by reflecting on past experiences. We all have moments in our lives when we've had a gut feeling about something, whether it was a decision about a relationship, career, or even a small daily choice. Some of those moments may have turned out to be remarkably accurate, and others may not have gone as planned. But each experience provides valuable insight into how your intuition works and how you can learn to trust it more. Take some time to look back on situations where you listened to your gut feeling, even if you didn't fully understand why at the time. How did it feel to follow your intuition? What was the outcome? More often than not, when we trust our instincts, we find that things tend to work out in a way that aligns with our deeper desires, even if it's not immediately obvious. Likewise, reflect on moments when you ignored your intuition. Perhaps you second-guessed yourself, chose to follow logic or external advice, and later found that things didn't turn out the way you hoped. These reflections are just as important because they show you the consequences of not trusting yourself. They can serve as a reminder of why listening to your inner voice is so valuable. As you reflect, try to identify patterns. For example, do you notice that your intuition is stronger when you're calm and centered? Or do you feel your intuitive guidance more in certain areas of your life, like when it comes to relationships or work decisions? By understanding these patterns, you can start to recognize your intuition more easily in the future and learn to trust it more confidently. It's also helpful to journal about your intuitive experiences. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you process them more clearly. You might even want to make a note of times when your intuition led you in a direction that turned out to be right, as well as times when you ignored it and later wished you hadn't. This will help you see how your intuition has served you in the past, further reinforcing your ability to rely on it moving forward. Reflecting on past experiences isn't just about identifying successes or failures, it's about learning to understand your intuition's voice. Every experience, whether positive or negative, is an opportunity to refine your inner guidance and strengthen your trust in it. The more you reflect on these moments, the more natural it will become to listen to your intuition and make decisions with confidence. Trusting your intuition is not an overnight process, it takes time and patience. In our fast-paced world, we often feel the pressure to make quick decisions or to have immediate answers. But intuition doesn't always work on a strict timeline. It requires space to grow, and sometimes, we need to practice patience to fully tune into our inner guidance. When we rush through decisions or force ourselves to find answers too quickly, we may overlook the subtle messages our intuition is trying to send us. The key is to allow yourself the time to reflect, listen, and absorb the feelings or insights that arise. Instead of jumping into action the moment a question arises, take a step back. Give yourself permission to pause, breathe, and observe how your body and mind respond to the situation. Patience also means trusting the timing of your intuition. There may be moments where it feels like you're waiting for the right moment to act, but don't feel pressured to rush. Intuition often works in its own time, and the more you allow it to unfold naturally, the clearer your guidance will become. The waiting process itself can be a part of the intuitive journey, a time for clarity and understanding to emerge. One way to practice patience is by sitting with your feelings and allowing your intuition to guide you gradually. Instead of immediately looking for answers, try to simply observe what comes up. Do you feel a sense of calm or unease? Are there small nudges or insights that emerge when you quiet your mind? By sitting with these feelings, you give your intuition the space it needs to fully reveal itself. It's also important to remember that not every decision needs to be made in the moment. If you're unsure, allow yourself the time to reflect, meditate, or simply sleep on it. Often, after some time has passed, your intuition will become much clearer, and you'll have a better sense of which direction to take. In summary, practicing patience with your intuition is about creating space and trust. Trust that the answers will come when they're meant to, and allow the process to unfold naturally. By being patient, you're not only strengthening your connection with your intuition, but you're also learning to trust yourself and the process of inner guidance more deeply. Intuition plays a profound role in both our daily lives and our spiritual journeys. It serves as a bridge between the conscious mind and the deeper, spiritual aspects of our being. Many spiritual traditions and practices emphasize the importance of cultivating intuition, as it helps us connect to a higher sense of purpose, wisdom, and alignment with our true self. In spiritual practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and prayer, intuition is often viewed as the voice of the soul or spirit. These practices create the space for us to quiet the noise of the external world and tune into the subtle messages that our intuition offers. When we engage in regular spiritual practices, we open ourselves up to receiving deeper insights, not just from our own mind, but from a higher, universal source of wisdom. Intuition, in this sense, can be seen as a guiding force that helps us align with our highest good. It's the inner compass that directs us toward the choices that resonate with our true essence, whether they're related to our career, relationships, or spiritual path. The more we listen to our intuition, the more attuned we become to our inner guidance, and the more confidently we navigate the challenges of life. On a personal growth level, intuition is essential because it encourages self-trust and self-awareness. When we trust our intuition, we are learning to trust ourselves on a deeper level. This process of inner trust leads to greater self-confidence, clarity, and a sense of empowerment. We learn that we are capable of making decisions that honor who we truly are, rather than relying solely on external validation or logic. In spiritual contexts, intuition often helps us transcend the ego and connect with our higher consciousness. It can act as a form of spiritual guidance, helping us to make choices that align with our soul's purpose and bring us closer to inner peace and fulfillment. Through intuition, we are able to tap into an innate wisdom that is greater than our individual self, and this connection leads to profound growth and transformation. Ultimately, intuition in life and spirituality goes hand in hand. By nurturing our intuitive abilities, we not only enhance our everyday decision-making, but we also deepen our spiritual connection and journey toward personal enlightenment. It's a sacred tool, one that enables us to live more authentically, peacefully, and in harmony with the universe. Intuition plays a crucial role when it comes to the big decisions in life, those moments that shape our future and define our paths. Whether it's choosing a career, navigating relationships, or pursuing personal growth, our intuition often serves as a guiding light, helping us make decisions that align with our true self. When it comes to career paths, intuition can help us recognize opportunities that resonate with our passions and strengths. It's easy to get caught up in external expectations, what others think we should do or what society defines as success. But intuition allows us to cut through the noise and connect with what truly excites and fulfills us. That quiet inner knowing can help us decide whether to take a new job, switch careers, or pursue a passion project, even when the logical path might seem unclear. Trusting your intuition in your career can lead you to opportunities that align with your deeper purpose, rather than just your external goals. In relationships, intuition is equally important. Whether we're building friendships, entering romantic partnerships, or deciding who to trust, our intuition often speaks through our feelings and gut reactions. It can alert us when something feels right, or when a relationship isn't serving our highest good. For instance, when you meet someone and instantly feel a sense of ease, connection, and trust, that's intuition at work. Conversely, if you feel uneasy or uncomfortable, it may be a sign that something needs to be examined more closely. By listening to these intuitive nudges, we can create more meaningful and harmonious relationships that align with our values and well-being. Personal growth is another area where intuition plays an essential role. It helps us tune into our inner desires, guiding us toward the practices, habits, and experiences that foster true growth. Whether it's a desire for deeper self-awareness, spiritual connection, or emotional healing, intuition can help us recognize the tools and resources we need to evolve. It may guide us to pursue new experiences, whether that's through meditation, therapy, education, or traveling, as a way to grow both spiritually and personally. Trusting your intuition in your personal development journey will help you align with the transformative path that's meant for you. Ultimately, intuition empowers us to make decisions that not only serve our immediate needs but also align with our greater life purpose. By trusting this inner guidance, we can navigate life's bigger decisions with more confidence, clarity, and alignment. Intuition is like a compass that points us in the direction of our authentic selves and helps us build a life that feels deeply fulfilling and true to who we are. As we listen to and trust our intuition, we pave the way for growth, joy, and purpose in all areas of our lives. Intuition is deeply intertwined with spiritual beliefs, particularly those that emphasize our connection to a higher power or universal energy. In many spiritual traditions, intuition is viewed not just as a personal ability, but as a sacred channel through which we can receive guidance from a greater source, be it the universe, divine energy, or a higher consciousness. For those who believe in a higher power, intuition is often seen as a way to communicate with that power. It's the subtle whisper of guidance, the nudge or feeling that directs us toward decisions that are in alignment with our spiritual path. Many people find that when they quiet their minds and tune into their intuition, they feel a deeper sense of connection to something greater than themselves. This can bring a sense of comfort, knowing that they are not alone in their journey, but rather, they are being guided by a divine force or universal energy. In spiritual traditions like Buddhism, Hinduism, and New Age philosophies, intuition is often linked to the concept of oneness, the idea that we are all interconnected with the universe and all living beings. Intuitive insights can be seen as a reflection of this connection, a way of tapping into the wisdom that flows through everything in existence. It is believed that when we listen to our intuition, we are aligning ourselves with the flow of the universe, allowing us to make choices that honor not just our personal desires, but the greater good of all. Intuition can also be seen as a tool for deepening our spiritual practice. Whether through meditation, prayer, or reflection, the more we connect with our inner selves, the more we open ourselves up to intuitive wisdom. Many spiritual seekers believe that as they strengthen their intuitive abilities, they become more attuned to the divine guidance that is always present. This process of tuning in can lead to profound insights, moments of clarity, and even mystical experiences that reinforce the belief that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. For those who believe in the law of attraction, intuition is often described as a way of aligning with the energy of the universe. By listening to our inner guidance, we can make decisions that resonate with the vibrations of the universe, helping us manifest our desires and attract opportunities that align with our soul's purpose. Intuition, in this sense, is not just about receiving guidance but also about aligning ourselves with the energy of the world around us. Ultimately, intuition is a bridge that connects us to our higher selves and the spiritual truths of the universe. Whether we view it as a gift from a higher power or as a natural skill that aligns us with the flow of life, intuition serves as a powerful tool for spiritual growth. By cultivating and trusting our intuitive abilities, we deepen our connection to the divine, align with our spiritual purpose, and navigate life with a sense of clarity, peace, and trust in the journey. One of the most effective ways to strengthen your intuition is through meditation and mindfulness practices. These techniques help quiet the mind, allowing you to become more attuned to your inner thoughts and feelings, which can enhance your ability to hear your intuitive guidance. Meditation is a powerful tool that creates a space for stillness and self-awareness. When you meditate, you're essentially training your mind to focus, detach from distractions, and observe your thoughts without judgment. This process helps you connect with your inner self, making it easier to tune into the subtle nudges of intuition. As you practice regularly, you'll begin to notice moments of insight or clarity that arise from that quiet space of your mind. These are often intuitive impressions guiding you toward the right path. Mindfulness, on the other hand, involves staying present in the moment and fully experiencing your surroundings, feelings, and thoughts. By being mindful, you're cultivating a heightened awareness of the signals that your body and mind are sending you. Often, intuition can manifest through physical sensations, gut feelings, or sudden flashes of insight. Mindfulness helps you be more aware of these signals, allowing you to recognize and trust them when they arise. Together, meditation and mindfulness create a foundation for developing a deeper connection with your intuition. They help you eliminate the noise of daily life, making space for the quieter, more subtle messages your intuition is offering. Over time, as you practice these techniques, your ability to trust and act on your intuition will naturally grow stronger. To get started, try setting aside a few minutes each day to meditate or practice mindfulness. Whether it's focusing on your breath, noticing the sensations in your body, or simply observing your thoughts, these practices will gradually help you sharpen your intuitive abilities and align more closely with your inner wisdom. Another powerful way to strengthen your intuition is by keeping a journal. Writing regularly allows you to capture your thoughts, feelings, and intuitive insights, creating a space where you can reflect on and understand the subtle messages you receive from within. By journaling, you're creating a record of your experiences, which can help you notice patterns over time. When you write down your thoughts, feelings, and any intuitive nudges you might have, you begin to connect the dots between your inner guidance and the events that unfold in your life. This process can reveal how your intuition communicates with you, whether through gut feelings, dreams, or sudden realizations. Journaling also creates a space for self-reflection, helping you to clarify your thoughts and desires. Sometimes, the act of writing allows you to process your emotions and get in touch with your deeper truths. This clarity can help you better recognize the intuitive insights that arise, making it easier to trust them when they appear. To get started, keep a dedicated journal where you jot down your thoughts, feelings, and any intuitive impressions you receive. You can write daily or whenever you feel the need to reflect. Over time, you'll start to see how your intuition shows up in your life and how it aligns with your goals, decisions, and experiences. By keeping a journal, you're not only developing a deeper understanding of your intuition but also strengthening your ability to listen to and trust it. The more you document your experiences, the more you train your mind to recognize and honor your inner guidance. To strengthen your intuition, one of the most important things you can do is surround yourself with positive energy. The environment and the people you engage with have a direct impact on your ability to connect with your inner wisdom. When you're surrounded by negativity, stress, or toxic environments, it can cloud your intuition and make it harder to hear your inner voice. On the other hand, when you create a positive, supportive environment, it helps your energy stay clear and open to intuitive insights. Positive energy can come from many sources: uplifting people, peaceful surroundings, engaging in activities that bring you joy, and spending time in nature. The more you immerse yourself in environments or relationships that make you feel at peace, the more you create space for your intuition to flow naturally. Spending time with people who are supportive, encouraging, and aligned with your values can also help you strengthen your connection to your intuition. Being around positive influences allows your energy to resonate at a higher frequency, making it easier to tune into intuitive messages. Negative or draining relationships, on the other hand, can block your intuitive flow, so it's important to protect your energy and create boundaries when needed. Additionally, practicing self-care, such as meditation, exercise, or simply taking time for yourself, can help raise your own energy level. When you feel grounded and balanced, your intuition becomes clearer, and you're better able to trust the guidance you receive. To surround yourself with positive energy, make a conscious effort to spend time in environments or with people that uplift you, and engage in activities that nourish your body, mind, and soul. The more you prioritize positivity in your life, the stronger and more reliable your intuition will become. To conclude, today we've explored how to hear and trust your intuition, and why it's such a powerful tool in your life and spiritual journey. We began by defining what intuition is, that inner knowing or gut feeling that guides us, often before the logical mind can catch up. We learned that intuition is a natural ability that we all possess, and it often works alongside our rational thinking, offering us a deeper sense of clarity. We also discussed the science behind intuition, touching on how it connects with both our brain and our body's responses to different situations. In our journey to hear and trust our intuition, we explored practical steps such as quieting the mind through meditation, listening to physical sensations, and trusting those first instincts when making decisions. We also talked about overcoming common barriers like doubt and fear, and how cultivating patience and self-confidence is crucial for strengthening our intuitive abilities. Additionally, we looked at how intuition is connected to spirituality, guiding us in significant life decisions and helping us align with our higher selves or universal energy. Intuition is not just a tool for day-to-day choices, but a deeply spiritual practice that can lead us to greater personal growth and fulfillment. Finally, we covered some practical tips for strengthening your intuition, like journaling to track intuitive insights, surrounding yourself with positive energy, and being mindful of the environments and people that influence you. Remember, intuition is a gift that we can all tap into, and with practice, you can strengthen your connection to it. Trusting your intuition can lead you toward a more aligned, authentic, and fulfilling life. Thank you for watching, and I hope these tips help you to hear and trust your intuition more clearly in your daily life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.